Oh shit. We're dads.
Finally.
Oh, you did take it. Okay.
I did take what?
I was going to make like a Joe Rogan joke. Like if you, and I was going to say like, oh, you know, you're lined up like Joe, so you better start the show off like Joe.
You think I'm Joe Rogan?
Hell no.
We actually just had 10 minutes of our best podcast ever not recorded.
All right, so we'll just shut this down right now. I'll go in the garage and I'll show you guys my kettlebell workout.
So Bear's really excited because I said that he took the front and center seat. If you're not watching the video, go watch the video. We've been doing videos, and he looks a lot like Joe Rogan there.
Okay, to be fair.
Your physical appearance does not look like Joe Rogan.
No.
I'm not saying that.
I'm fat, but I'm strong. But I'm also hairy, and Joe Rogan's got like zero hair.
I was say he's bald.
Yeah.
He's like hairless, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, not exactly Joe Rogan in appearance, but I'm the only reason I'm here in the center of the table is because the outlet's right there.
Yeah.
I have to have my computer.
I just think it's funny that we can slowly see, if you watch from episode 1 to now, like your slow takeover.
Yeah, no, it's just like this is my podcast.
And you've admitted to it too. Like there's recorded conversations of you saying like you're going to take over this podcast and run it into the ground.
I'm gonna run it into the ground. I'm gonna start saying things that aren't acceptable, and then nobody.
I think we're too late on that.
Yeah.
We've been banned on a few platforms already.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're watching and you notice a change, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. What's going on over in this corner?
Okay.
I knew this. I remember this was a big topic between Bear and Lexi when setting it up. What's going on? Who changed it? How did it change?
Which corner are we referring to?
Oh shit!
It wasn't me.
What happened?
It wasn't Lexi. What happened, Bear?
Dude, I am so upset that you even noticed.
Is that a hole in the wall? Is that what we're talking about?
No.
There is actually a hole in the wall.
Oh, really?
That's from their sink or their tub, right?
Yeah, we had to get the tub
Oh
repaired.
my gosh, I didn't even see that.
So did it just pipe right out to here or something? What?
Well, we just had
Pipes down there.
Yeah, we just had the guy in today because our tub was leaking, and
That's not what Sierra's talking about.
that's not what
What
Sierra's
is Sierra
talking about.
So we're ignoring the hole in the wall.
Yes.
Yes, ignore the hole in the wall. There used to be a square here from when I was originally installing the sound panels.
This is what we talked about on our podcast.
Yeah. So there used to be a.
Yeah, Zach.
Excuse you. Wait, hold on one second. Which podcast? Because I listened to yours.
No, not that one.
That was gonna be my first question. Is key points from both of you guys.
It was probably it was definitely one of the ones when Bear set it up in here.
Yeah, no, there used to be just like a square here because I was being stubborn. And originally when I set up the sound panels, I set them up as like one solid unit.
Oh, that's what you're referring to. That's old news.
And
I know, but look, he changed it.
I took them
What did he
down.
change?
I took
He
them
took
down
it
because
down.
I was editing the video and I didn't like how it looked. Okay.
Lexi.
I think it looks really good right now. It looks like a chess table.
Yeah, that's what Lexi was saying, but
Yeah.
Bear was saying no, and but now Bear changed it. That's what I'm
Well,
addressing.
clearly just not a
This is
listener
my
of the
first time
podcast.
in here, and it looks great.
Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna move the whole like podcast / office into Cortland's room and move Cortland's room into here because
We kick our kids out for a podcast room.
Well, it's priorities.
Cortland's only sleeps in his room, which is like a 4 foot by 2 foot bed.
He has a
his
huge
room is bigger than our master.
Yeah, it is huge.
Yeah, his room's huge.
Yeah.
And he just sleeps in there. And
Right.
so we were literally like getting this set up today and we were like, why the hell does Cortland have that room? Like I'm in here like squished. Everybody's like kind of like tight in here. Like it's cozy, but like we could easily have more space if we just switch the room. So we're gonna switch the rooms. And it'll be like I'm gonna completely redo everything. I'm gonna get new sound panels. I'm gonna get
new sound panels.
Well, I'm going to bring these ones in, but
Oh, okay.
I'm going to order some more sound panels because
Okay.
right now the checkered pattern is not like super effective for preventing reverb. So I'm going to get some more sound panels, which should make it much more so like a better environment for audio.
Okay.
I'm going to get better lighting because the lighting in here is not excellent.
I will say, I'm going to give you a pat on the back. And we can just leave it at that. You don't even have to respond, but you've done a great job. You've done a
not
great
gas him
job
up.
with the audio and recording and stuff. And now
Right?
we just really need to find that traction to take off. Like we've mentioned before, our audio does really well. Video, it's, still
Well, Bear just
catching
got
on, but
that. Whatever he got to our video looks great.
It looks
now.
great. Yeah. So
Yeah.
kudos to you.
I fixed the video.
Yeah.
The video looked horrible before. But no, it's a work in progress.
What about kudos bars?
What?
When's the last time you guys have seen
Dude,
one of
do
those?
they even make those anymore?
No.
What's a kudos bar?
What, you don't remember the kudos bars?
That
Do you
makes
guys
me
remember
feel
those?
old.
Bear?
You okay?
No idea what
It
you're
was
talking
like a
about.
granola bar, but it was like
It was
not
like
healthy.
like M&Ms
gonna
and
look it
stuff
up.
in it.
Yeah.
Sam, if you could do me a favor and talk closer into that microphone.
How close do you want it? That's with it at the beginning, but it didn't.
But no, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. Not talking about Sam.
Whoa! Hey, easy does it, player.
That came off horrible.
Yeah, what the hell?
That came out really
He has
aggressive.
feelings.
I thought you were gonna
fuck?
transition into him. Like, go on, Bear.
But
Pop off, twin.
this is like our second dad cast ever.
Yeah.
This is our second one.
Yeah.
And you know, Sam, we were starting to think you were.
Well, hey, brother.
We were. Listen, we love people. We
I was
are.
gonna say, let's address that real quick.
We're a big fan of the
I'm
community.
going to just stay out of this one.
You know,
Yeah, stay out of this
actually,
one.
I'm gonna bring up.
I opt out
I'm
of
gonna
this
bring up a point
conversation.
here.
Bear's gonna clip this.
I'm opting out of this
I'm
conversation.
bringing this up now. We're at Brandon and Kayla's, and Bear decided to tell everybody there I was the gunkle, the gay uncle.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the gay uncle.
So now a
That's
bunch of people in Palm
hilarious.
Beach think I'm the gay uncle.
Oh my gosh.
Again, opting out of this one.
Well, Bear's probably gonna
comments.
clip this, but good thing we're not on live right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
Fair.
taking advantage of it.
Are you kidding me?
I think this can
Timber's
stay in.
laughing.
You said you're taking advantage. You're the one that's going to have to do the.
I'm gonna have to do the work, but it's totally worth it. But no,
I think this is all appropriate. You didn't say
Yeah,
anything
no.
It's
bad.
not even-
And
Right,
we're
no.
not saying we don't like them. Sorry,
God
brother.
damn it, dude. I'm gonna
How deep are we into the podcast?
fucking 8 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
That's
It's not
pretty
that bad.
fucking bad. We're 8 minutes
8
in.
minutes in.
It's not that bad.
If we were live, we would already be canceled.
Well, listen, I don't think this is
I have a
not.
family to feed. I can't get canceled.
Oh my god!
I don't think this feeds your family, brother.
Well, you can't post on Twitter.
Well,
Poor-
technically, she
poor
is
Zach.
eating.
Poor Zach. He can't post on TikTok anymore. His family's gonna starve.
All right.
His family can't watch 30-second TikTok shorts. God damn it! What did he do? What did he
Okay,
do?
all right. Move on. Let's move on to the
was
next
just
topic.
associated.
Sam is having a baby.
Sam's having a
Can we
baby.
Sam's
acknowledge
having a
that?
baby?
Sam's having a baby.
Well, I can't have a baby.
True.
Sam impregnated.
Lexi.
Not this Lexi.
Oh,
Now
boy.
that would be a good live podcast.
That would be big.
Lexi just goes over and touches Bear's shoulder. By the way, I
Hey.
forgot to mention something.
We're breaking it to you now, live on air.
So what do you even do at that point, Bear?
Move out.
Do you guys raise that child together?
Dude, that baby would be elite with two dads like us, though.
I will tell you what. He might make it. He might make it to the league.
Our podcast would skyrocket in views.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We should have just kind of like played that off.
Double dad dicks.
Double dad dicks.
Double one dad, two dicks.
Sword fighting 24/7.
One dad, two kids. No, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. It would have been. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence because that would have got us removed from everything.
Yeah.
One dad, two dicks, one pair of nuts.
Two pairs of well,
No, just
Are you
one.
trying to tell us something? What's
No.
going on?
No, just two dicks, one pair of testicles.
I'm not following anymore.
yeah, I'm lost now.
I was born with a genetic.
You have 4 nuts.
I was born with a severe genetic mutation, and my parents decided.
Where did this voice come from? Is this like a pirate thing you're doing?
This is, I don't know, but I got one pair of testicles. I got two.
It's like a mix of Lake County and pirate. I don't.
two shafts, one testicle per shaft.
That's like a double barrel.
That's a double barrel, baby.
Anyway, Sam is having a baby.
Sam's having a baby.
Sure am. So I'm no longer just Funcle Sam.
I
So I'm
can't
glad-
believe it.
Yeah, I let's all talk about our reaction to Sam having a baby.
How did Sam tell us?
Can I start off with my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Sam and I work at the same occupation, and I used to, with Zeppelin and Denver, actually, I used to always say that my excuse for leaving work is I have a dentist appointment. And it got to the point where it's like, what's wrong with this guy's teeth? He has to keep going to dentist appointments. And eventually I went and I just told Sam and I showed him the ultrasound and he said, I knew you weren't at the fucking dentist. So then fast forward to what month do you think that was? You told me.
9 months ago.
Yeah, 9 months ago. I'm not doing that math. He goes, what'd you do? You sent me a Snapchat, right?
I said, going to the dentist.
Going to the dentist. And I legitimately, like, it didn't even cross my mind. I'm like, oh, he's actually going to the dentist. I'm like, but why is he putting that in the Snapchat? And I just started driving and I just started thinking to myself, is that motherfucker going to the dentist?
I haven't been to the side note, but I haven't been to the dentist in I don't even know how long. When's the last time you've actually been to the dentist?
Well, they harass me, so I go.
Oh, really?
I go every 6-7 months.
You?
Bro, I could not remember the
Dental
last
hygiene's
time.
important.
No, I agree, but I think.
I've never had a cavity in my life, though.
Oh my God, really?
All my life, yeah, no.
You know, this is a very random side note, but there are some people who will not get cavities. You know what causes cavities? Not sugar, but there's actually a strain of bacteria in your mouth
Yeah.
Yes, I
that
just learned
causes
So
cavities.
I've had a lot of cavities throughout my life.
Most you're not born with this bacteria. You usually get this bacteria from your parents
Yes.
kissing you
Yes.
or sharing food or something. So there's a small percentage of people who cannot get cavities.
If you blow on your child's food, you can give them cavities.
exactly.
Really?
Yeah. No. So
This is
you
fascinating.
have to get the bacteria from your parents or from somebody else to have the ability to cavity. So you seemingly don't get that bacteria. So whatever you do,
I wasn't loved as a child.
Yeah, I was going to say, your dad should have kissed you more.
yeah,
the
don't.
hell?
Your parents hate
I was
you.
neglected of kisses.
You
Okay, hold on. Tracy's a listener.
Tracy loves you, and Tracy, I love you.
Tracy, buy me that outlet. I love you.
Oh my gosh, that is my number one baby purchase. She
I
needs to get
think
you
that I
it.
was telling a story.
Yeah, no, we're going back.
I can't
Sorry.
remember,
Sorry. Denver
But all
wants
of
her.
a sudden, we started talking about cavities.
She is fucking that banana up, though. All right,
it up.
back to you.
So then I said, what the fuck? Are you actually going to the dentist? And then, like, what did you send me? Like,
I think I just sent
picture
like
or
a
something?
smirky
winky
face or some
something,
shit like that. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And okay, this is something with Sam and I. Sam and I are very loyal to each other's word. So if he tells me, like, don't say anything, I'm not telling a fucking soul. And you did end up telling Sierra. I mean, you told me you can tell Sierra. So then I told Sierra, but like, I'm on lock. So for almost 9 months, I was miserable in our office because I wasn't allowed to tell anybody.
I still haven't told like everybody in the office though.
Also, though, you didn't know that we knew because we also knew.
Yeah, and I didn't tell you.
You guys, you
would say-
didn't tell me, and we didn't tell you because
we're loyal.
neither of us knew if each other knew. So we just kept.
We kept it.
Yeah,
Dead
we just
shut.
we
I was
didn't
like,
say
I think-
a thing.
I
You have
think
some loyal
y'all were
friends.
some of like the only people that I told like right away, and I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna
Tell each other.
yeah, but they did it. And
We
I was like,
didn't.
I think
we
I-
didn't know until like a couple months in that each other knew,
That
and
we knew,
finally
yeah.
when we found out, it was when you found out the gender because you
And then I
FaceTimed
because
us
that's what we
as
did
a
with
group.
that's what we do with Cooper, right?
We did it with Cooper,
Yeah.
and we did it with. Did we do it with Denver?
No,
I think I told you guys all individually with Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did it with Cooper. We did a group FaceTime. So then
I did the
you
group.
you did a group FaceTime, and then we're like, you knew?
Ironically, we did the group FaceTime when I was at Lexi's house, and I was there with like her family and stuff, and I had to like go into her room real quick, and like it was just weird times, like just times have changed, I guess.
So update us on your life. What's
Yeah, let's
happened
hear it.
over the last 9 months?
Blood pressure skyrocketed, stress skyrocketed, but just really just trying to get everything ready for her and stuff like that. Get the nursery all put together. We had our baby shower, stuff like that. You know, very fortunate with all the stuff and gifts we were given, and just kind of getting everything prepared. And I know Lexi's tired of being pregnant. You know, we got a 2-year-old at the house, Asher, you know. So her hands are always constantly full, and you know, I know she's tired of being pregnant, and, you know, especially this far along, she's just like, her whole body hurts all the time. So it's like, I try my best to be there for her as much as I can, but, you know, help out with Asher as much as I can and stuff like that. But I also have to, you know, focus on being there for her emotionally and all that good stuff too. So,
Yeah, at this stage of the pregnancy, like you guys are just like, you guys hate your life. Like it's literally just like you guys are just looking for an out. I feel like at this stage of the pregnancy, you guys just like.
Not you personally, just like in general.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like women at this when you're.
Well, I mean, even men in general, though, at this stage in like the pregnancy, it's like when they're the most emotional. I feel like and the most tired, and I
it's
think
just
things
stressful.
are. I was gonna say, I feel like it's the most stressful time, and it really tests the relationship between the mother and father, and like.
And labor is scary. Like I remember being just scared of Sierra going into labor. Just that you hear all these horror stories. It's just scary. And sorry, I didn't mean to like make you more scared.
No, I mean,
It
I
just
would definitely
is.
feel
It's
that.
scary,
Like,
yeah.
my anxiety medicine, I'm fucking hospital bag number 1, just boom, pop right in, put the Xanax up top. We're going right in. We're locking in.
Like for me, like I am a professional. I am like one of the best procrastinators I think that has ever lived on this earth. And so I felt no stress or anxiety for both Cortland and Cooper. I felt no stress or anxiety until the moment I knew that they were about to be born. And then for me, it's just like everything just like a tsunami just hits me
Hit
at
you at
once.
once.
And I was in like the waiting room doing squats and push-ups because I could not stop moving.
Do you think that's because you didn't feel anything for so long? Like,
Well, because what I do is like, I mean, obviously, like I have those thoughts where I'm just like, oh shit, we're about to have a second kid. Oh shit,
Yeah.
we're about to have our first kid. Like,
right.
you know, am I ready? Am I gonna be a good dad? Like, everybody has those thoughts, but for me,
She's
as soon as I have those thoughts, I just put them away. I put them away and I don't think about them, and I'm really good at that.
I don't know if that's healthy, Bear.
No, it's not because then
Yeah.
as soon as we got into the room for both Cortland and Cooper to have this baby, I'm literally about to have a heart attack. If you would have taken my blood pressure then and there, I probably was at the point where like, yeah, we're gonna have to take you to the ICU.
you're going to your own spot.
Yeah, you're going into the other room because you're gonna die.
So, what are some tips you can give Sam?
Just
Take my anxiety medicine.
take your Xanax. I'm sure that stuff works really well.
Well, first, do you want to do? We didn't cover if you're not you personally. You're not having a C-section or natural birth, but do you feel comfortable speaking on that?
Yeah, no, she's doing natural birth.
Natural birth.
Natural birth. That's wild. We did C-section, so I feel like C-section's a little easier because it's like over quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a major surgery is
I
scary.
was going to say, that's also like a full slit of your stomach.
That
and
is
like,
that is a very scary aspect where like she's having like a serious surgery.
I
She's
feel like
getting,
they're both equally scary in like
their
different
own
ways.
way.
Yeah.
exactly.
like I have no experience with like a long like labor where
Yeah, you've never gone in labor.
I've thought about it a few times. I've thought about going into labor.
He's had some really bad shit. And he's like, this is what it's got to feel like.
I've told the story before. When I first got diagnosed with diabetes, I didn't shit for 3 weeks. And when I finally had that shit, it took me like 4.5 hours to pass that. And it was, I'm not going to say it was comparable to childbirth, labor and whatnot. But my asshole has never been the same. So
Now you whistle when you walk.
when
Now you whistle when you walk.
I whistle
like
when
that.
I walk.
Did you make that up?
No, he definitely didn't make that up.
Did
He
you
goes,
make that up?
That's low key like a yin yang twins like reference.
Oh,
Whistle while you twerk.
but I don't think they're talking about pooping.
That's, they're talking about a different hole.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, they're talking about.
Yeah, just never mind.
Just never
Keep
mind.
going. Yep.
Never mind. You sicko. We bring you into our home.
Yin Yang twins.
Who the
Dude, they're
fuck is
so-
that?
So
What the fuck?
Did you
You've
just say
never
who
heard
are the Yin Yang twins?
What?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh my lord!
I would also like to say I don't know who that is.
Oh my
Pull them up. Can we
God.
pull them up?
Yeah, can you do a snippet? Or will we get
Is it
copyright?
copyrighted?
Is it like a music?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a music. This is a music.
Is it a
Very
music?
nice music.
Very good
Very good music. You are my favorite music.
Is it like a music?
There are melodies and beats. Yes.
Hold on, we can play.
Is it a music?
We can play like 5 to 8 seconds of whatever
Alright,
the fuck
which
this
one?
is.
Which
so-
one are you feeling?
I mean, the most popular is probably Salt Shaker.
Okay, that's the first one
You
that popped up.
definitely
Oh, okay,
know
then
it.
I know who that is.
Okay, shut the fuck up. I probably don't know who this
Did you
is.
just tell your wife?
Who's holding your child?
I love you, but shut the fuck up.
Okay, that makes it
That
better.
adds up. Yep.
Yeah, that's yin and yang.
That's how Sarah and I speak to each other, and it like people's minds are blown. But like
Yeah.
this is how we speak.
And it's when we do that, and it's really hard to not do it in public because it's just so natural. Like we don't mean any harm by it, but when we do it in public, people are like,
I am good at not doing it in public.
I'm
Sierra, I'm pretty sure people have called the domestic violence police
my
on
gosh,
Sierra because the stuff that she says to me in Publix.
but I mean no harm.
Publix or public?
Publix. Specifically Publix.
Specifically the grocery store.
Well, yes.
She gets aggressive at the grocery store.
She does because I'm not good at it. I don't know where anything's at.
Yeah, well, if I'm at Publix, I know I'm going to get aggressive at how much I'm spending.
Yeah, that
That
is
place
true.
is
It's a
fucking
ripoff.
ridiculous.
All right, give me like 8 seconds of your time here, guys. I'm going to try and tell you if I know who the Yin Yang twins are.
All right.
All right. Shh.
Better cut it quick. We're going to get copyrighted.
That's all we can get.
Yeah.
That's all we can
it.
get. We'll probably still get copyrighted.
Let's credit the Yin Yang twins.
Do you know who that is?
From that very short snippet, no.
What? Yes,
Are you shitting me?
Shake it like a salt shaker.
I know
It's like the
Lil-
original like Lil Jon, I would say, right?
I know
like
Lil
Jon
Jon.
kind of copied like their flow a little bit, right?
I know Lil Jon. I don't
That
know.
kind of makes me angry.
Do you want to fight him right now?
Yeah,
Can you fill me up?
sure can.
Fill me up, daddy.
Pause. Finish that. It's not even fucking done.
Dude,
Yeah, but you don't get a refill if
Yeah,
you're not
don't.
done.
Yeah, how greedy are you, you sick
I
fuck?
was concerned for the future of the podcast.
Well, grow up.
Okay. Are we getting interviewed? I believe.
There was something about an interview, but
Yes.
this is chaos.
We low-key might need another bottle of wine.
We have more. We have sake. You want
Boys
sake?
aren't organized.
Fuck
but
no.
just
You want-
grab
you want
whatever.
Japanese wine?
Speaking of
There's like a
sake, I
color
went to fucking
magnet
Kobe
thing.
on Valentine's Day for takeout. My food, we did like the pickup. I think Lexi ordered it at like 6 o'clock. It said to be ready by like 6:45. So we're like, all right, we'll get there a little early. So I walk in at like 6:40. I didn't leave there till 8 o'clock.
Oh my god!
That's
It
insane.
was
You fucking
miserable.
waited.
Yeah, dude, I paid for it, and those motherfuckers got me
towel.
because the fucking line for pickup is right next to the bar.
Oh, you were.
So I'm sitting there, and
Well,
I'm
at
like,
least you had something to occupy your time.
no, listen, I was like, mind game. I'm like, nah, they want me to wait here because they want me to buy a beer. They want me to buy a beer, and I'm like, all right. If
Yeah, they do that on purpose for
7:30 rolls by, I'm like, fucking itching. Like I'm sitting right by this fucking bar. I'm not having a beer. Surrounded by people, out of my element. Finally, like the people that were standing on the bar got their food and they walked away. I see an opening. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Walk over there. I'm like, I'm just gonna stand there because it's closer to where we get the food. Standing there. 10 minutes go by. Order the fucking beer. Order for Sam? And I said, are you fucking joking me? They got me for $7 on top of the fucking $80 I spent for Kobe.
Was your Kobe good at least?
I mean, it was, dude. Side note, when you order mixed vegetables at Kobe, they just load you the fuck up with onion.
I love onions.
Onion and carrots.
Well, and I don't mind the carrots, but the onion, like,
You're not an
God
onion guy?
damn. I
Love
am to an
onions.
extent, but like, I don't want half an onion for dinner.
Well, to be fair, if you ever make like hibachi, they're gonna throw like if you make hibachi, it's gonna be like 50% onion just all the time. That's just how you make it because onion's gonna have the most flavor, whereas like all the other shit like the carrots and
Yeah,
the,
very bland.
and the zucchini, whatever else you're getting, the squash, even I mean. A lot of people don't get mushrooms nowadays.
I love
Oh, I
mushrooms,
love
dude.
mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms are one of the only other things
High
they're
five.
gonna. Yeah, I like mushrooms too, but I'm not gonna get okay. Yes.
Felt left out.
Oh, look at your finger I broke.
That was a mushroom tip.
Yeah,
tap.
that's he broke that finger.
We've never talked about that on the
Who's
podcast.
here?
My abs of steel broke that finger.
I don't think it was your abs at all. Actually,
It was my abdomen area.
I just grabbed
Was
your
that
shirt.
tackling drill?
No, he was running the ball as a quarterback. This dude is a
Oh,
mobile
well,
dual threat
then
quarterback.
You should have known better.
Well, no. What happened is we were playing flag football for some reason. Why?
Yeah,
were,
we had flags.
I was like the first person to protest. I was like, why don't we
Okay,
just?
now all of a sudden you were against it.
I didn't want to
No,
use
you
flags.
shouldn't have given him the Joe Rogan.
But no, well, I didn't want to use flags. So I was like, dude, we're playing just like random football with a bunch of fat old men. Like, why are we using flags? Because you guys had a flag football team. And you were like, no, we need to like practice. And I'm just like, nah, I don't really
to practice.
I don't really want to use flags. And you're like, no, we're using flags. I'm like, all right, fine.
I don't know if this conversation happened.
It definitely didn't.
The flags are just like excessive. But I went to grab a flag and I grabbed his shirt instead. And
No, you were running the ball.
no,
Yes, you were running the ball and you tried to stiff arm me.
I don't think that's how it
Stiff
works.
arm and flag football is crazy.
What other defense
And
do you
my
have?
A
abs of
spin
steel
move, a juke
broke
move,
your finger.
speed,
No,
agility.
I'm almost 90% sure that how this happens. I went to grab your flag and I grabbed your shirt instead and I tried to pull you towards me. And like, I went to the doctor for this. And what they told me is that I ruptured the tendon in my finger and I also like fractured the bone. And so that's why it's all,
So it doesn't hurt anymore?
Because your
though?
tendon
doesn't.
attaches straight to your bone.
well, yeah. So your ability to straighten your finger perfectly is because you have a tendon at the very end that wraps around the bone. But they told me that I ruptured.
I don't care about finger anatomy.
Well, I ruptured that tendon because I tried to pull your flag. That's
I think
the
my
story.
original story was better. We're going to run with that one.
We'll run with that one. I tried to stiff arm him. I punched him right in the face, and I got a touchdown.
False news. He was trying to give himself a prostate exam.
I was fingering my
Asshole.
balls.
Oh, my Lord. Can you ask us dad questions, please?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are letting this get a little.
And we have a
too-
new segment. What's the segment called?
Wait, hold on. Let me just wait.
She
We're
can ask
going
about
into
her
a segment.
prostate?
Did you listen to my voice memo I sent in our group chat today about?
No.
Oh no, just kidding. That was just to you, right? About what I said about our segment that we'll ask Sam.
No.
What the fuck?
Was
Am
it
I getting
just-
my own segment?
No,
Okay.
sorry. I think
Who do you
this was
think you are?
actually. I think this was actually just to Lexi.
I didn't
so,
like that. I didn't like that.
So before we start off, I wanted to go.
We're in trouble, Bear.
No, Sam actually, if you didn't know, he helped create our podcast name.
He didn't help create. He did create it.
He did create
No,
it. He
100%.
literally
Like he
created
was
it.
every word.
He was everything.
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
He did create it.
So Sam, you don't have to answer right in this moment, but we would love your input. We want to start doing a new segment on our podcast. We want to either do 1 or 2 every podcast, but basically we announced it last podcast where viewers are going to write in any story they want to be announced, whether it's a crazy story, a birth story, anything. And like, for example, what was the one I said today? It was like,
What the fuck happened?
but like, what if it's not bad? It's just like a birth story, like a good birth story. So like saying it's a segment of, you know how segments have like catchy names.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could come up, did I explain that well? Like how I talked about it?
Yeah, story time.
Yeah, like people submit different things that they want us to discuss on the podcast. And it can be like crazy in-law stories or family stories, crazy birth stories.
They can be
what would you
anonymous
do?
or-
Am I the asshole for this?
Listen to this shit.
Oh, I like that.
That's pretty
a
good.
good one.
Pretty good.
That's way
Listen
better
to
than
this
mine.
shit.
Mine was, what? You have to say it like that every time.
What?
You gotta say, listen to this shit with the finger up.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Okay, so what's our first listen to this shit?
We don't have any yet.
I did it like sketch.
But
Thank you, brother.
we're going to start this every podcast. So like we put on our... Like...
The mic's probably
Sam,
picked
you
that
could
one
still
up.
hear that.
You gotta clip that one.
Like
I
we
love
said,
my job.
like we said on our last podcast, any stories that anyone would feel inclined to share, whether it's a crazy family story or a good birth story
any
or a
story,
bad birth
yeah.
story, any story that you'd like to hear on the podcast, we would love to feature it. And
In our new segment,
is Sam.
I forgot it already.
Listen to this shit.
So you guys can DM us on Instagram at ohshitwe'redads or send us an email at ohshitwe'redads. And if you want to stay completely anonymous, I think we should just keep them actually.
Don't be
Oh
anonymous,
shit,
you
we're dads
pussy.
at Gmail.
Yes.
Don't be
What Lexi
anonymous.
said.
Yeah,
sometime- what if they have
share
a-
stories. We would love to talk
I
about
would
your
say,
stories.
unless it's legally
Right,
binding,
right.
then be anonymous. But
Right.
No, they can be anonymous because then people might feel more comfortable.
well, that's what I'm
to-
saying in that sense. But like, if
But
you
if
don't
we
have
accidentally
to,
say your name, we're not cropping it out.
yeah, sorry, that's just the way it rolls.
Oh my
Unless
gosh.
you specified Unless you specify to be anonymous, then
Yes.
we'll crop it out.
Yeah. Bear.
What?
wasn't
Glad he
wearing
enjoyed. Glad he was a part of that.
I can edit. I can crop.
The one that edits was a part of that, so we're good.
Right. Okay. Yay. I'm excited. That's what we wanted to talk to you about. One. And then first off, I just wanted to hear some little details that you're willing to share about Lexi's pregnancy and your upcoming new journey on being a dad. Have you, I missed it because I had to go get some books and toys, but did you share when Lexi is due and how far along she is? Do you want to share that?
Yeah, no, she's due March 30th.
Okay.
And we were talking about it downstairs earlier during happy hour. We were discussing she has her son Asher. He's 2, so like our house is constantly busy, and it's in the third trimester. Like she's obviously in her most like exhausting stage of the pregnancy, so she's trying to get induced as soon as possible, and obviously that causes some stress on me. It's like, okay, well, when is this baby coming? Is it coming the 30th? Is it coming in the beginning of the month? When is it? So kind of just preparing everything for that, and finally got like the nursery pretty much set up. We got a couple more things to get, but for the most part, we'll live for what it is for right now. Like the last couple like big ticket items would be like a camera. Well, I bought a camera, but the stupid fucking bitch won't work. So we have to return the fucker and get a new one, but whatever.
What type of camera are you talking about?
The little fucking one that sits
A
in
monitor.
Yeah.
I thought you were investing in the podcast.
Yeah, I was.
Brother. Brother.
I was like, choose your priorities. I know this podcast is awesome, but
Yeah, no. It's just like a baby monitor or whatever, but that and like the Owlette shit. I did a little sweetheart thing. Mom, like, of course, if you want to buy it, it'd be great. But like, if you don't, I get it. But
Do you think she's going to?
I fucking hope so.
Let's get some opinions.
Tracy,
Shout
if you're
out to
listening-
Tracy,
Yeah, I was like,
because Tracy's a
please,
listener.
Please.
Shout out to Tracy. We love you. That's your second shout out this podcast too.
Yeah,
Let's
I
get some
know.
opinions on the Owlette. I know you guys use the Owlette like intensively. We did with Cortland, but with Cooper, we've not used the Owlette like at all. And I don't know. I feel like, obviously with your first, I think the Owlette is the way to go because there's so much stress and anxiety. But with Cooper, we have
I don't regret using it with Court because Court was in the NICU too. So like that was my biggest, we did not have the Owlette when he was first born because I said like, let's just see and wait and see how we feel about it because it is such a big purchase. And so we didn't have it when he was first born, and then we got it. Like my mom went and picked it up when we were coming home from the hospital. So we had it, but it was because he was in the NICU and he was hooked up to the oxygen. And like, I wanted to make sure that we were still monitoring that. But then with Cooper, we didn't have that same anxiety because he wasn't in the NICU and we were just more comfortable in our parenting journey and felt more comfortable and less anxious about everything.
Just say it. What?
nobody knows what you're saying.
I have no idea.
I was gonna say a joke.
Don't say it.
I was gonna say a joke. I was gonna say Sierra and I are split. I said I've outgrown it. It barely fits me anymore.
Oh my god.
I just was laughing the whole time.
That's a good joke if you would have been able to execute it.
I can never.
Zach is like the king of coming up with
I thought you were sneezing on
great.
it.
He's the king of
I
coming up
literally-
with great bits and jokes, but he can't ever get it out because he starts laughing too
I
soon.
legit thought he was having a sneeze attack.
I thought he was sneezing too.
Could you imagine Zach as a
have to
stand-up
clip
comic?
that. Or not get rid of it, but that was funny, dude. I couldn't hold it in.
Dude, you as a stand-up comic, you just walk up there, you're just cracking up for 30 minutes straight.
I have a great. I just can't.
Bro, there would be like
my
50% of the crowd who would start dying laughing at you laughing, and 50% who would be like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, what are we listening to?
That kind of would be a decent bit. Like a guy, he literally just can't execute the joke.
Have you guys ever seen Nathan For You?
What?
What the
No.
fuck?
Nathan For You? It's a
No.
show.
No.
That's so off topic. We'll talk about it off air.
No,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about it right now. Because Nathan For You, anybody who's ever seen Nathan For You, this is,
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
bro, when you get,
That sounds like a kid show
Boring.
that like shows off his toys
Bro,
on YouTube.
bro.
It is a good show. It makes you so I'm going to summarize
You
it
would
because
like
he's
it.
going to take
Is it
20
like Tim
minutes to talk
Robinson?
about. It makes you so uncomfortable to watch because he does these like most uncomfortable bits where he's completely serious, never breaks character, and like you feel uncomfortable for the person he's talking to. But it's so fucking funny, and that's the gist of it. So I just summed it up
Wow.
into 1 minute versus his
10.
15-minute.
15 maybe. Yeah.
Where do we find this
Wow.
out?
I love.
It's off of Comedy Central, so they probably
Okay.
have it on
I
like.
think it's on.
Did you watch?
HBO
I think
Max.
you should leave. Tim Robinson.
Who the fuck is Tim?
Oh my god.
Robinson.
It's quite similar, like uncomfortable, like awkward
Son of
comedy.
Rob.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you would recognize him. But anyways, what about the outlet?
Yes.
All jokes aside,
You can be able to make
Sierra
it through this?
is still like I'm ready to move on from the outlet, but Sierra, I'm almost scared to say this. I'm scared for my
why-
safety right now
Shut
because
up. Why are
Sierra
you-
loves the outlet. Bear, you better watch your fucking back talking shit about the outlet.
Why are you? But no, why are you done using it? Because
I hate putting it on her.
that's the only reason.
Kicks it and she knows how to take it off now.
Okay, so let me give my reasoning for why I love the outlet. I fucking love the outlet. That's it. Just kidding. Can you watch it
Good
real quick
execution.
so I can go about this? So Denver was born 3 weeks early, and we had already known that we wanted the outlet from the start, and we had gotten it. My grandma had gotten it from us from like a big gift, kind of like how you're having. Hopefully, Tracy.
Yeah.
Shout out Tracy.
Exactly.
Outlet, big gift.
Big money.
So she got it for us, and when Denver was she was on the smaller side when she was first born, and I don't know, we just had the outlet on her, and 2 times the alarm went off and the oxygen level was at 70%, and she was sound asleep, and like we were watching her breathe, and like we stayed up for a
Terrifying when it
few
goes
hours
off.
after that, and it only went off 2 times, and they were kind of like within a month of each other. And we still loved it for that. Like nothing was wrong with her, but I saw a TikTok a few months ago where this girl said the same thing that I'm talking about happened to her kid. And so she just felt uneasy about it. She took her daughter to the ER, and she ended up having to be on an oxygen tank. Like she had respiratory problems. So then I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, was Denver okay? Like, but without like her daughter, with the outlet alarm, she was able to find that out versus who knows. And
Right, and you're just guessing.
SIDS is my biggest fear ever. Like
Yeah.
to this day, still my biggest fear. And I know they say like a pacifier reduces that and many other things, but obviously the outlet with the oxygen monitor, you can see how they're wiggling, their heart rate. There's so many features to it. Their deep sleep, their light sleep. So Zach, I think he's talked about this on the podcast, but he puts her down at night, and where he puts her is our bed. So
Whoa, well, don't out me.
we co-sleep with her now. His
I'm
choice.
really guilty.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
hold on. This was not public information.
Was this not?
No. Oh. So I have fallen. It wasn't originally.
Wait, but
the
let me
plan.
finish what I'm saying, and then you can touch on it.
Yeah,
The reason
bitch.
with the
This is
outlet.
humiliating.
So in the mornings when Zach leaves for work, he wakes me up, and I go to work right away on my computer. Or I get stuff done around the house. I'm able to pull up the outlet, and we make like a border around here. But I'm able. Oh, grab that, Zach! Grab it.
No, that's fine.
Creating a little movement.
It creates like a cinematic.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
But I'm able to see in the mornings when I'm working, like I have my phone like right next to me on my laptop, and I'm able to see if she's wiggling, I go check on her. That's why I like it.
So let's
right
touch
now.
on the co-sleeping. So it actually was an accident. So basically I was really drained, just like so much stuff from work to just all the stuff I do after work. And I got in this really bad habit of I would feed her and we would fall asleep. And it was like, I was so tired that when I would wake up, I'm like, I can't risk putting her into bed where she was sleeping and like starting all over. I was just so tired. And then I also just kind of fell in love with the little cuddles. It's the cutest thing ever. But as a parent who is currently co-sleeping and planning on an escape from this route, I do not recommend it. It interferes with a lot of things as far as a physical relationship with your spouse. It definitely, causes some interference. I do get a lot better sleep though.
That's the main thing, though.
I get a lot better sleep. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It is fun and it's cute, the cuddles and stuff, but it's
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely cute. We've slept with Cortland a few times, but then after he was kicking me in the face at 3
Yeah.
in the morning, I was like, this isn't that cute anymore. You know?
Yeah, Denver thinks it's funny to like jump on us in the middle of the night. Like she'll just stand up and jump on us.
Yeah.
So what's your escape?
We're gonna have to do slow exposure to getting her in her room. And right now that is pending washing the sheets and setting up the monitor, which we haven't done. Sierra and I are also the professional procrastinators. So yeah, that's kind of like a little issue we got going on right now. But I do agree the outlet's nice. I think Sierra would have it till she's a teenager. Really, I don't know what was that sound?
I
realized that Zach and Lexi didn't have their headphones on.
I can hear it. There was a song that just went on. It sounded a little bit like Big Time Rush.
I got duped, honestly. I was gonna try and do a listen to this shit segment.
Is that what you've been working on this whole time?
Yeah, but look, you would think that that's a nuclear siren, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It sounds more like BTR.
Yeah,
It sounded like it's at EDC Orlando.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a dubstep thing. Like I thought like a beat was about to drop.
From
Like,
Lexi
bang,
and I's
bang,
point of view,
bang.
I think we both agree. It sounded a lot like Big Time Rush.
I'm a big time Rush fan.
Yeah, me too. As am I.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'll cut this in.
I like that. That might be that's a hurricane warning.
Tornado warning.
Yeah, I think it's.
All right, that's creeping me out.
I think you guys might have to study your hurricane and tornado warnings
We
because
live where hurricanes hit, and never once have I heard a siren like that.
I'm gonna be honest.
Miami Hurricanes play it on their intro.
I think that the nuclear siren has been
That's scary.
repurposed for hurricanes. So I think it's a nuclear siren
Don't
first.
get 'em
Is it the
started.
amount
I
of
really don't want to hear
whoops
that.
that go? Is that like the way to determine? I think they all sound the same, but it's like the number, right? So you have to count. So people back in the day just were sitting there waiting for like a third or fourth.
This is
no
gonna
fucking
piss me
clue.
off if he goes into a fucking
Okay,
tangent on this shit.
do you have something to say, or can Sierra and I get along with what we have to say?
I had one. I did have a listen. I'm on Reddit. I'm just trying to find something like inflammatory.
You're going off.
We are in the middle of a podcast. It's not time for work.
What? I'm
We're
not.
almost out of wine. You get us one.
I can go get us wine. But listen to this shit. My 5-year-old is wondering how she and little brother got my belly
Womp. Go get us
Dang.
one.
Wow.
in my own house. In my own house, I'm the bitch.
Yeah.
My house.
Whoa.
God darn.
Now you're a double bitch.
You're gonna come back, and I'm gonna be in the middle seat.
I'm
You
gonna
better
come back.
come back.
No,
with
he's
the
gonna come
fucking
back and I'm
maid
gonna be in
suit
the
on.
middle seat.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my house.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna
You
come
got
back
it.
in a thong and
Okay.
just no shirt.
Talk
And,
about some fucking
What's your
clickbait.
message there?
well, because I'm the bitch now.
Well, I have to piss, so can we
Did
do
you actually
like a
come
double?
back in that? Actually, no. There's children in here. Let's not.
No, I'm not gonna do that. You fucking sicko.
All right. Well, me and Bear are gonna go piss. You guys come up with a.
We already have questions.
We are already ready.
Yeah, we've been ready.
We're prepared.
Wait, you have to leave?
I have to pee. Yeah.
Oh God.
So
Can
he
you
has,
pause?
We've been
We're gonna
drinking
have a
wine
brief
since 5 o'clock.
intermission.
I think we
Pause.
should pause.
and hold on.
Do the Jeopardy music.
Wait, for the video, Zach should just dance in front of the camera for the entire duration.
Yeah, that would be funny as fuck.
That's a lot of pressure.
I'll make it quick. I don't know about him, but I'll
You
make
guys
it.
Are
can
you
pee
gonna
in the
have
toilet
Denver?
together.
No, you're gonna have her too.
We're gonna
No, I need
fucking
to.
cross. Sword
If I
fight?
can do all my dance moves, I need two hands
Here we
free.
go. Here we go.
Well, no, it's once
Just
we keep
don't
going.
be too crazy because you don't want to break shit and everything. Oh.
Break
Okay.
shit and everything.
Oh, hold on.
How far?
Yep.
How close?
There we go.
What is she gonna drink?
She's dumb. She can't drink. You can, but you can't hang.
Don't forget, you're my bitch.
You're in the
was-
dungeon tonight, bro.
Yeah, that was like I don't know where like all of a sudden like Lexi's got my balls in a
She's
chest
clinging to you.
downstairs.
You're sleeping in the crate tonight.
But no, this is what you should
Like
do.
someone we know.
Yeah. Oh, stop. They might be listening.
They feed him with a slingshot.
Here, let me get you a little bit. And if you don't like this, I'll drink
Does
it.
he
for you.
get shot with a slingshot?
I think so.
Was that a real reference?
I mean,
Hold on.
what else does he eat? They feed him through a fucking hamster thing? That little bottle that hangs in with a little fucking metal straw?
Oh,
Are we
I love
really
this
drinking
podcast.
fucking sake?
it's so bad.
This is Gator wine, bro.
Gator wine. This
like
is
it's like good,
yeah.
but just so bad.
No.
Yeah,
Gator
it's a
wine.
little bit like bad. Like I just danced for 3 minutes
Try
and
Gator
48 seconds.
Tell me what you think about Gator wine. It's good. That's good. And you can't tell me different.
Not my first pick.
You want more sake?
I would like less sake and more red wine.
I don't have any more red wine. We ran out.
All right, more sake then.
That's what I thought. This is Japanese wine, damn it.
What's the difference between Japanese
Oh,
and
why'd you get
American
them
wine?
started, Sam? Why would you do that?
Yeah, false. They don't care. Never mind. JK. LOL.
All right. On to our segment of interviewing the dads.
Well, no, you guys wanted me to expound upon what
No.
I had translated earlier.
But he actually does have to finish because our listeners, that's how we ended.
Well, no, I think you ended with, was it like,
No, the last
2 mil.
episode is what we're referencing.
yeah, the 2 mil versus the,
The last episode we did, I had spoken
you
Latin.
haven't dropped this one yet.
No, we have.
did.
It's been posted as of yesterday.
He's talking about the question of the spin the wheel.
Wasn't that what the podcast ended?
Yeah, it is.
Spin the wheel.
No, but like the last podcast we posted, we ended on a cliffhanger, 45-minute challenge. Bear was in the middle of saying his.
Which he clipped and it wasn't 45 minutes.
No, well, because I had to edit some out. So it was like the 43-second, 44, or 43-minute, 44-second challenge. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, my bad.
Refund.
Yeah, refund for sure. But no, so the Latin, I spoke Latin. You guys made me speak Latin. I told you that nobody wanted to hear
That
this.
smells,
So that's not that bad.
that smells like Gatorade and vinegar.
Okay, it's not that. This is sake. Really, what you should do is heat this up and drink it warm, and it's delicious.
I bet that's-
Get on with your point. What did
What
you
you should
say
have
in
done was grab
Latin?
another
That
bottle of
one
red
is my
wine.
fault a little bit.
Yeah, so we should have got another bottle of wine. But quo usque tandem abutere Catalina patiente nostra.
You stuttered, so can't
Lord.
comprehend.
Quam du etiam
Lexi,
furiste
Sierra,
tuus nos
what is your
eludet.
segment?
Quim ad finem sese efranata jactiberadacia. So what that means
English?
is
You don't know.
the translation is basically like
You've
for
had
how
2 weeks
long-
to look this up.
You said basically.
no, so it's the translation is not always, it's going to be different every time, but for how long will you continue to abuse our patience, Cataline?
Yeah,
hell's
for how
Caroline?
long will you continue to abuse our patients, Brandon?
Oh, that backfired.
This is going to get cut out.
bum.
And on to the
Cut out.
next segment.
It's going to get cut out. Freaking hate you
Lexi's been
guys.
killing you today.
Dude,
She
you getting
really
smoked,
has.
dude.
I hate this. I hate my life.
Wow.
You guys want to take me home?
Okay, what about this?
Zach and Brandon have been on it with you and me, Sierra. They've been saying we've been
I know.
abusing them.
I know. What the fuck?
Sierra calls Zach names out in public, and Lexi is calling me names right now.
She calls me what?
She calls you names out in public. She
Oh,
she
names.
Don't you
I
mean
thought you said
Publix?
Dave's.
Don't you mean Publix?
Yeah,
Publix,
only
I'm
in
sorry.
Publix.
Only in
Which
Publix.
Dave?
Every time.
Perfectly fine in Aldi. Just
Yeah,
Publix.
we're good at Aldi.
Yeah, last time you guys went to Costco. Don't even talk about that.
Zach won't step foot in Costco.
I abandoned,
Fuck
we
that
abandoned
place,
Sierra
dude.
when she goes to.
Okay. So Sam, what do you want to do versus not want to do as far as your parenting style? Like is there anything you're firm on, like I will not be doing that or I will be doing this?
That's a loaded question.
You whispering, dude.
Like, what do you mean?
Like
What do
you know,
mean?
like
What do you mean by that?
Like,
are you like firm against, like, are you with gentle parenting, against gentle parenting? Are you, do you have like anything where you're just like, I'm not changing my views on this as of right now? Because we're going to review at like 6 months old.
Because I was anti co-sleeping and now I do it.
I'm not doing that shit.
Because there's a lot of things that you say, like, for sure, like, I'm not doing this. And then you end up doing it and you're surprised. So we're going to review in 6 months and see how your answers differ.
Not doing that shit.
That's what I said, brother.
I would say
never happened for us.
I don't know because
Well, I mean,
I grew up in a different time though, where like discipline and stuff was different.
Logically speaking, yes.
Well, that you're having a girl, are you going to be
That also changes things.
right? That's what I'm saying. So like with her, like
I'll be
will we be soft or still like hard?
Clover.
a little bit of
Clover.
both. Like, I don't want her to be.
Clover. Be smart.
Yeah. Oh.
Choose your words wisely.
So like, it depends on what like the topic is. Like, if it's like chores around the house and stuff like that, like I'm gonna be strict because that's how I was raised, and I prefer like a straight and like tidy household. But
And what do you think age appropriate chores are?
so
That's something
Sam's
that we
like,
can
I didn't know
all.
that's getting
That's
tested.
something that we could all chime in on.
I mean, like
get the study guide.
I mean, obviously, like when they're newborns and like one and stuff, like they're not gonna be able to pick up their toys. But
I'm like, Cooper, clean your fucking laundry right now, or you're
Right.
grounded.
But like two, like if you're done with a toy, pick it up and put it away, like type of thing.
Yeah.
But like, eventually, like obviously, I'm not gonna have my daughter out there mowing the yard, but like, it sounds super. I don't know if this is safe to say, but like, I want you to like take care of the kitchen, like if the kitchen's dirty. But that goes for Asher too. Like,
Yeah.
them both being like of age, like y'all have two people, like y'all can split the responsibilities.
Yeah, one can unload and one can load the dishwasher.
But like stuff like that, like you can handle that. Like obviously chores are a necessity. Like if me and Lexi are sitting there paying the bills and stuff, like as like y'all to kind of like give them like a sense of like, okay, this is what growing up's like, is like we have more responsibilities, like clean up your room, pick up the toys, make sure the house is tidy, like kind of stuff like that. And then obviously as Asher being like as growing up, it's like a young adult, like I want him to be able to like mow the yard, like learn stuff from me as far as like stuff that like in, you know, I don't know if this is like controversial, but like as like
Probably
the
is.
male of the household, like you take care of certain things like outside.
yeah, I will
stuff.
not take out the garbage. I'll just keep pushing it down or set it near. Like,
Right.
Pushing it down?
That is not my fucking
Oh,
job.
you mean like pushing the
Yeah.
bag? I think you meant just like pushing the can over.
No, like yeah, no, like obviously Lexi
Take
doesn't.
to the street.
Yeah, Lexi doesn't touch the garbage. Like that's something I take care of. But like
There's
stuff like
certain
that.
things that I just won't do because those are Brandon's job. That's
So
Brandon's
you guys
job.
gender roll your chores.
Not
That's what
all
you're
of
saying.
them, but there's a few that I stand firm in, and garbage is one of them.
What are some
Right.
masculine and then feminine? What are like the chores you guys don't? What's your non-gender stereotypical chore you do?
I watched a dog throw up and Bear had to clean it up. So
I feel like that's pretty gender neutral.
Okay, but we also should explain his version of cleaning it up was throwing the kitchen rug outside onto the porch. So
That is disgusting.
yeah, he didn't even.
didn't
My
even
child
actually
walks
clean.
on that.
No, she doesn't.
the
No,
side porch.
well, listen, Roji puked on our kitchen like floor mat.
This was today.
This was literally like
Yeah.
10 minutes before you guys got here. He
Oh.
puked like all the food that he ate onto the kitchen floor mat. And I looked at it and I said, okay. And so I said, Sam, open that sliding glass door. I picked it up and I literally just chucked it out the sliding glass door and it's there right now. And then I wiped up some of the
So
extra
you
throw
didn't
up.
do the chore at all.
No, it's not there. It's clean.
I clean the dishes.
I do that.
That's
too.
my chore.
I think
That's-
me and Lexi alternate that. Though.
I'm not saying that like this, like women clean dishes, but
Brandon
like
unloads the
stereotypically-
dishwasher.
Okay.
I would say, well, my thing is like if someone cooks, like the other person clean.
See, I don't cook because I don't know how. I'm not a good
See,
cook.
Brandon's philosophy is he cooks, I clean, I cook, I clean.
Valid,
I see
brother.
what you're doing there.
Yes. But I almost always cook. Like 95% of the time I cook.
Yeah, but on the chance that I do clean, I'm still cook.
Well, that's
I'm
like a
still
holiday
responsible
for him.
for cleaning.
but
But I make him unload the dishwasher because it's what I hate doing.
Yeah, no, you.
See,
So I
and
pretty
would
much just
way-
make
You
him
hate
do.
unloading it?
Yeah, I pretty much make
oh.
him do the things that I don't like to do.
Well, and I agree. I think unloading dishwasher is way more of a task.
Well, you have to
Doing the dishes in
understand.
general is the worst thing ever.
You have to understand that when I make food, it is like gourmet quality.
Ah, bullshit.
It's.
I don't know.
it's-
You
It is
did
good.
make
He makes some good food.
you did
I make
good.
some
I'll give him
good
that,
shit. And so when I make this food, people don't understand what, goes into this. So therefore, I shouldn't be, you have an incredible dinner. You literally lose your mind every time I
Wait,
make
but
food.
that's not to say that like I'm still a good cook. Like
It blows your mind every
I don't
single
know.
time.
I don't know if I can take him serious because this Gatorade sake sucks dick.
Bro, I'm sorry that I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were such a picky drinker.
I mean, I'd rather drink donkey piss than this.
Wow.
That's intense.
You really hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
But I do think it's important to balance chores
this
as
is-
far as mother and father. I think making
child.
Yeah, of course. But like making a list before they're born is also important because those first few months are a blur. And it's like Sierra and I actually wrote down in a book, like, I'm going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, and kind of holding each other accountable. We did decent at it. We definitely had a lot of hiccups with
Lists
the
suck.
dishes because I hate the
I'm
dishes.
a big
but
list
I
person.
hate lists.
Yeah. It
How the
holds
f-
you accountable,
How
though.
I'm literally not accountable for anything ever.
That's
So-
good. That's a good thing to admit on
Oh,
air.
do you want to follow up on what we talked about last podcast about me going on my trip and my one request? Remember what it was?
Me and you in Europe?
Clean the
that one?
house or make sure the house is tidy.
Yeah, make sure the house is clean when I come back. I
It was
left you with a
fucking
clean
clean.
house, so I want to come home to a clean house.
It was clean.
Within 10 minutes of me coming home, I was vacuuming, doing the dishes.
When
I walked
Lexi
in
and I go
and
to
I was,
Switzerland together,
was-
it better be clean.
I was.
She's not inviting you,
Insane.
dickhead. She said me first.
She did,
Yeah.
she
Did you say Sam first?
She sure did.
I did.
Yeah.
That
she
is wild.
If
That
you
was
listen
right
to the
here.
podcast, you'd know.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
did. Bitch.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay, well, he has a newborn on the way, so I think I'm probably the better option.
Well, by the
She
time-
can stay home. Mommy can take care.
Do you have your passport?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
by the
don't.
time you guys
So-
plan this trip,
Fuck
see-
Sam. You
Why
were
you
gonna
upset?
plan.
Why
won't
you
get
upset?
my
I have
passport.
mine. I have my
won't get my
passport.
passport.
All right, so you're going with me by default.
Wait, you
There's
really?
your consolation prize, brother. Enjoy.
So you really want to take Sam over me? What like gives him the edge?
Because
big
I
and
drink.
strong. I love how we had two different.
What did you say?
did
What did
you
you
say?
say?
I said because he's big and strong.
Hey, I'm big and strong too.
You sound like the little train that could.
You guys are being so hurtful.
You are.
Okay, if it makes you feel better, that's not either the reason.
All right, what's the reason?
You are tall.
I feel
and-
like Sam and I have an independent relationship of Brandon more so.
Oh, dude.
That was
Sam
deep,
and I
'cause
were
don't know
friends
what that
before
means.
Brandon and I were together, whereas you and
See.
I were friends when
Were
Brandon
you
and I
guys
got
actually
together.
friends before?
Do we need to
I
take
didn't know
this
that.
outside the podcast room?
You used to walk with me in Aspen in the hallways. We were friends. We go way back.
Who the fuck is Aspen?
Hey,
Sam and I hung out outside
We
of
love
school.
Listen, we'll
did
take.
you guys really?
Yes.
we,
What? Did you hang out with Sam?
Holy shit!
I feel like low-key, me and Sierra probably met before you and Zach did.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This is insane. Are you aware of all of this?
I'm
Wait.
literally
He's been
about
macking on her girl for years.
our girlfriends, our wives.
Yeah.
Wait, where did Sam and Lexi hang out at? Because
York Park.
Shut
Wait,
the
but
F up.
why?
That's right down the
Just
road.
because
That
we're
is this
friends.
road.
It's literally this road.
Oh,
wait, were you
Sorry,
friends
guys.
with Dylan?
Clover.
Were
Sorry
you
about
friends
that
with Dylan?
Clover.
sorry.
Sam,
It's a clover.
were you friends with Dylan in middle school?
Hoffman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to his hangouts all the time?
Not all the time because it wasn't allowed.
So, but you did go.
Yeah.
Probably
So then we
rightfully
definitely
so.
met there.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so then I knew Sam
Yeah.
too.
Sam, what the fuck, dude?
You better back the fuck up.
All right, dude.
We're
So
gonna
now-
jump
okay,
you.
so I still think we need to touch base on this though. You really would bring him to Europe over me?
I feel uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, we're putting her. The interview had switched.
Well, listen. If you want to have my take on
I
this,
was gonna say my wife. Whoever wants to borrow the wife, bring her to
whoever wants to
Europe.
borrow my wife,
My pineapple is not upside down.
whoever wants to borrow my wife needs to be more like Liam Neeson. And I'll tell you what, I think Sam's more like Liam Neeson than you are.
Why?
Because he's just, you know what? I think he would stop sex trafficking. You know, I just get that vibe.
And I would
from
just
him.
let them win. I would just
I think that
Zach would just throw his hands up and be like, okay.
take her, not me, as long as you don't touch me.
I think that you would disagree with their methods, but you would be happy that you're okay.
I'm totally reporting this.
You would wait until about 25 minutes after she's been taken, and then you would call Liam Neeson and you'd be like, "Hey, Like they totally took her.
They're just taking her
She's
actively.
gone.
Like, are you going to try to stop us?
It's like, whoa, dude.
I don't want any problems.
Whoa, dude. Like I'll make sure that you're down the road a ways. You want to be out of country? Okay, just give me a call when you're out of
Is
country.
this really how you view me? Seriously?
Sam?
You lost eye contact with me.
I'm gonna look you right in the eye. Sam is Liam Neeson.
What the fuck?
So who does that make me? I shouldn't
Makes-
have asked that.
That makes you.
The taxi driver.
Who's the guy in? Fuck, I can't remember his name. Ben Stiller. You're Ben Stiller.
Okay, well, he was a badass in Night of the Museum.
Oh, he was good.
He was
That a good
badass.
movie. That was a good movie.
He took on a T-Rex.
Dude, that movie was
So are you
sick.
telling me that I could take on a T-Rex?
I'm thinking more.
I want his role.
I'm thinking more Tropic Thunder Ben Stiller.
That's
Oh.
kind of badass, though, a little bit, so.
No, you're simple.
What about
Simple
dodgeball?
Jack.
Dodgeball.
Simple Jack.
simple
I feel like dodgeball
You're
fits
thinking
more.
Simple Jack.
You're simple Jack. Sorry.
No,
buddy.
you're Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
All right. Clip that one. Clip it. Clip it.
Oh my god.
Clip that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Out.
Did anyone want to make any closing
You went
remarks
so
on this?
long. You went so long. That's like a movie role that's not talked about.
It's a great movie role.
Denver's blowing her nose. Anyone,
I can't believe they had the idea to do that.
let's go back to Sam. This interview on Sam. So Sam, what are you most excited for about becoming a dad to baby girl,
Wow,
Scaring
that
the
was
life out of a
change. That
teenage
was a
boy.
change in topic.
or
what?
drastically changing
I
back
said
to
scaring
top?
the life out of a teenage boy.
Oh, that's who you're excited about.
That'd be fun. Just be like, oh, you're taking my daughter out? And I'll be like cleaning my guns.
Hold on. We
There's
can,
a country song
This
about
is
that.
such a Sam response.
we can team up though. Like when Cooper's like 16, I'm gonna be like, dude, he's cocky as hell. He's a little asshole. Like, I need, I need you to help me out with this. And then he's gonna be like, taking Lainey out for whatever reason. It's just like coincidence. And you're gonna be like cleaning your gun, be like, hey, fuck you.
Dude, play another song, Cleaning This Gun by Rodney Adkins.
Okay, I can
I
pull
think
that up.
that's the name.
I can play like 6 seconds of that song.
She's trying to blow her.
I know.
Let me Google check it real quick.
Sam, what are you most scared for?
Shitty diapers.
Is this the song?
No, you got to skip this part.
Oh, now it's
Go to
already
a
been.
part where there's fucking actual words.
Okay,
This is
well-
an instrumental.
Okay, let me. That part looks good. I don't think we'll get copywritten because it's only like 2 to 3 seconds. There's some sort of like rule where if it's like 6 seconds or less, then you can play it.
Okay.
Tell me if this is good.
Actually, blew a booger out.
Yeah, she's learned to blow her nose.
Zach, can you go get her some?
Sorry.
Not
Copyright.
that good.
Yeah.
You gotta
Copyright.
keep going a little bit further.
Okay.
God, this kid sucks. Is there not lyric?
We need Cortland's room ASAP. Kick him out now.
All right, that's all we can get. That's all we can get.
It was right after that, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Play the snippet after that. You'll hear it.
Oh, God.
We'll get copywritten for sure.
Well,
Oh, my goodness.
clip that little portion of
It
it.
doesn't really actually matter because we don't make any money off this podcast. So let's go.
Why, are you trying to go to Europe?
Are we getting copy? Right? How are we playing this much?
Up all night, still cleaning this gun.
And that'll be you, Cooper. And your little, it's.
Why are you selling Cooper? What about Cortland? Is Cortland too old for her?
Low key.
I mean, yeah.
Because teenage girls love an older boy.
Cooper's Cortland's 2 years older than
Hey,
her.
easy.
Yeah, definitely take it easy on
All
this.
of your guys'
Me and Zach are
baby
talking.
mamas are a grade below you guys, so
That is
we're
true.
living proof.
That is true. But me and Zach will definitely be talking about like some shit about Denver and
Oh, is
ladies.
Court and Denver
boyfriends.
supposed to be together then?
No, they're not allowed to mix genetics.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not crossbreeding.
No, that's disgusting, honestly.
Okay. Do you have
That's some
any?
Alabama shit.
Sierra, okay. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Don't mix genetics with that bear guy.
That guy sucks.
I've seen him do some awful things.
He shaved a penis in his chest.
I've
Sam.
seen that bear guy sucks. Do not mix genetics.
Sam, are you an avid listener of our podcast? Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for the quiz. Oh shit, we're dad's quiz. Get your cahoots up.
Episode 4, season 2.
Where's Denver's at?
Triangle. That was my lucky guess.
There's a
in high
strategy.
school.
If you just guess it as quick as you can, you can still win just by how quick you guess.
Yeah,
it.
you get some points.
Yeah, you get a lot of points for the quicker you do it.
Do you have any questions for us parents?
I think that there's a baby crying. I can't.
I think that's like, well, yeah, he must be here.
Portland's here. He's going to take a bath with my mom. Like my mom's going to give him a bath. So, yeah.
Sam, any questions for us to becoming a new dad, upcoming dad?
I was gonna say,
I can see your
how
future.
do you balance like your sleep schedule and work? This is more so because me and Zach work on the same type of schedule.
Right.
How do you balance that to where you have enough
I'd
sleep?
like to say that I also work the same schedule as you guys.
Oh, do you? I don't know. We're ass early till fucking.
Well, he's saying me and him are exact schedule.
Yeah.
I'm 7:45 to
Okay.
4 p.m.
That's
so,
15 extra minutes of sleep.
but no lunch break. So
Oh, I'd pick ours.
Yeah.
Dang, you don't have a lunch break?
no.
What?
All right.
I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I'd rather just work straight through.
Oh.
Okay. So then, this is our. That's my question.
And we'll
Sam's
tune into the next
speaking to me.
episode. I don't know what to do, guys.
What are we doing?
I'm leaving.
Oh,
Aw.
he stopped.
So much cooler out there.
I don't
Now
feel
this
like it's
podcast
hot in
rocks.
here though.
Okay. Back to your question. Zach, you answer first.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, the first couple months were horrible. Like and Denver always slept good, but like she was so underweight that we actually had to wake her up to feed her.
Mm-hmm.
So we were feeding her at least once or twice in the middle of the night. So my sleep was ass.
I remember, this is side note, but I remember there'd be times where I'd walk into Zach's office and he'd literally be like this on his keyboard.
Yeah. No, I would type.
And there'd literally be Z's all across
Do you remember?
his
Do you remember
fucking
when I
board.
printed something?
Yes.
I like printed an
It was
order and it was
so
like
bad.
H. Swear to God.
And I said, were you asleep?
Oh my
And he
God,
said,
it was so
"Yeah."
bad. I was getting no sleep. Sierra and I were taking shifts. But I mean, I would just nap when you can. And just, I think the easiest way to go about it is know it's going to get better soon. Like it doesn't last
Yeah, no
long.
no stage of parenting is permanent. I think that's
Right.
like the biggest thing to remember is
'Cause you
like
get overwhelmed.
yeah, the newborn trenches, they're not permanent. Like eventually like they're not going to be a newborn anymore and they're
Right.
going to sleep better. Like sleep regressions aren't permanent. They're going
Right.
to go back to a normal sleep schedule eventually. So, and then I think just having a system down too.
Yeah.
Like knowing like I think it's just better when you know like, okay, I'm responsible for this time versus
Right.
like Lexi'd be responsible for this time.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say that remember a couple podcasts ago, Brandon said I quote unquote did not let him feed Cooper in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Well, I'm going back to work next week, and so I'm trying to get back into my sleep schedule. I woke him up to do Cooper's nighttime sleep last night. He was so pissed off. He was like throwing the covers, and he's like, "I just fucking fell asleep," and then he's like
Oh
slamming
my
the
gosh.
door, and I'm like, "And this is why I don't fucking wake you up, you
That is
little bitch."
hilarious. Oh, and here he is.
Hey, Bear.
We were talking shit about
There's
him.
the little bitch.
Damn. Oh, God. And you're breaking my equipment.
Hey, Sam.
Take all the sleep. Hold on. Can I just say this before I forget?
Okay.
Get all the sleep you can. Like if like you and Lexi are doing shifts
not
and
how it
stuff,
works.
like Lexi was just saying, like if you're set to go to sleep and it's like your night to sleep, take it. Like don't leisure.
I disagree.
Nope.
No, take that
I
sleep.
Sam.
disagree.
Take it.
Dick off. Do
No
what?
TikTok.
Do you, bro? dick off. Go play some Battlefield 1.
I don't
Brandon
know, dude,
does
because
that.
I prioritize my sleep a lot. Because
It's
there's a
very
lot of
important.
study on sleep.
Yeah.
Brandon,
So-
last night when I woke him up for Cooper's feeding, it was like 2:30 in the morning. He could have been sleeping those 4 hours, but he was not. So
Oh, well, guess what? I was working
On what?
everything.
Our job is very hard if you're not well rested. So get all the sleep you can. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, dude, fuck that. Fucking play Fallout 3, Battlefield 1. Get your fix, dude. Because when you're 69 and you have dementia and Alzheimer's, it's gonna be their problem.
They'll be wiping our diapers.
They'll be changing our diapers. Love you, babe.
Sam, how long are you taking for postpartum time?
So pending everything goes smoothly, just a week.
Oh, okay.
So take a week and go back to work because I also want some PTO for like if doctor's appointments
Right,
or if
right.
there's sick days and Lexi can't take off. I want to be able to give her that flexibility.
have you
To,
thought about taking the laptop and doing like another,
well, I thought about
like
that,
Kevin
but
did?
yeah, but like it's just also hard because
It is.
I don't
hard.
really have that setup at home.
Yeah.
And like I don't work as efficiently, and I take a lot of pride in my work. Is like I don't work as efficiently when I do when I work at home.
Mm.
So it's more so just like I can kind of just do little things here and there to like make my next day easier. But like I couldn't work like a full day on my setup currently. But if we were to go like full remote or whatever the case may be, like I would obviously invest in like a proper
Right.
setup to where I can fully function at home and do all that stuff.
You know my laptop? I'll send you home my laptop right now.
We have one. We have one.
We have one.
Oh, you
The
have one?
biggest thing is
Do you
taking.
want my iMac
No,
desktop?
no.
I'll send you
He's
home with it right
set.
now. He's
But,
he's
dude-
gonna be working from home, right, Dad?
Pat's got me set up.
Pat? Who's Pat?
Pat, my uncle. Pat.
Oh, Pat. I know Pat. But this is kind
Well, what I was
of
gonna say, it goes. The biggest thing is taking care of. Like, you'd be surprised how little like quote unquote parenting you do those first few months because
Real
I mean
shitty,
it's
huh?
like they sleep and they poop and they spit up and you feed them. It's
but you do
mostly
have a
taking.
toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
he
have
still does have that. Yes, that is definitely a huge factor. But like taking care of Lexi in your situation, like you'll be taking care of her more.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
like
telling you up front.
postpartum, I feel like is mostly like mom taking care of baby, dad taking care of mom. Like you making sure she eats, you making sure
I will
she
say.
gets what she needs because she's so focused on doing the baby stuff. Because like it'll be like 20 hours and I'm like, shit, I haven't drinking water or eaten all day.
Well, I don't say in the beauty of like, we were fortunate enough to find a house like kind of close to her parents and like be in the area to where like her mom can help out a lot during that, section of time. And my mom is not too far away. She's just like the Berry, so it's like a 20-minute drive. So like if we, all else fails and we need my mom to set up, like she can, but that's kind of a adjustment for me is because right now I take a lot of pride in like making sure Asher's good and like making sure he's fed and ready for bed and all that stuff. So
Well, it's interesting because you're gonna go with like what Lexi and Bear two and two
yeah,
instead of just one. So it's gonna be so much of it. It's gonna be interesting because you're
Yeah, I
gonna be
didn't
learning
do-
so much, right?
Yeah.
But then also you're jumping into having two.
well, and I've also learned a lot just having Asher in the house, where it's like, just even as a 2-year-old, like how different life is, like learning his schedule and like kind of how he operates and all that good stuff. So it's like, granted, we're like fortunate, like I've said before, we're fortunate enough where her parents are close by and like they've got a close relationship with Asher where they can step in and really help out with him, and I can kind of focus on making sure Lexi's good and all that good stuff. But at the same time, that can only last so long. So it's really going to be that transition period on when, her mom has to go back to work and kind of help out on her end and like their household, where I have to step up and be there for Lexi, the Lainey, and Asher. So, it's a lot of strain on us, but at the same time, like y'all sat through 9 months of some torture. So it's like, it's kind of our point of labor and, in a way, so that's kind of the part that I'm most like anxious about. I wouldn't say nervous or, angry or upset about, but just kind of anxious is really
It's
the
an
word.
unknown, so it's like obviously nerve wracking to an extent, and like anxiety provoking for anyone.
Right. And
So-
I mean, and that's a good point. It's, I mean, I've had my issues in health within the last few weeks with blood pressure. And honestly, a lot of my blood pressure issues came from anxiety, and ended up going to the hospital a couple of times within the last few weeks. And ended up like the last visit, I kind of got with a doctor about it. And I told him everything I've got going on. He's like, do you feel like a lot of this is like kind of a sudden type of deal? And I'm like, yeah. And so they put me on some anxiety medicine, and, it's a lot of things, like, it's kind of like an unknown area for dads and just males in general. It's like the anxiety and like the mental health portion of it. And,
Exactly.
it's like my point, like, I don't want to get on here and make like a sob story about it, but like, if you have that feeling, go see a doctor. And like,
No, you've had a lot of changes. I mean, like just
Yeah.
pregnancy in general, but you've had a lot of changes specifically with, like the pregnancy, and you bought a house. That's a huge stressor in
Yeah.
itself. Like normally these are things that are separate, and you're doing it all at once, which is a lot
Right.
to handle.
and like, I just kind of want to like be there for like other dads that are kind of feeling the same way. It's like, don't be afraid to go speak to a doctor. Don't let it get to the point where you have to go to the hospital about it. Get with your primary care doctor. Like, I haven't had a primary care doctor since I was a kid. And I finally got with one, and he's like, hey, listen, like, like, I'm going to prescribe you this, this, and this. Like, it's going to help you out. And like, I've felt so much better within the last couple of weeks of just being on medication. And like, don't be scared of the medication either. Like, it doesn't have to be permanent. Like, it just needs to help you get through like this part of your life, and like, make the lifestyle changes, like quit eating the way you are, quit doing like these type of things. And, I try and do better about drinking, but like, I'm here for a good time. Like, that's just like, that's my life. Like, that's just who I am. Like, I've always been that way. My parents were always that way. And like,
Drinking
I
that
obviously-
Gator wine.
right. I wish I do need a refill up,
You want
but
some more Gator wine?
yeah, it's dog shit, but I'll drink it.
Boy, you love it. I know it. You love it.
But like, don't be afraid to go like talk to your doctor and have that relationship with your doctor, and don't be afraid to get on like anxiety medicine and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
I think that we're getting to a point in society too where like postpartum mental health has become such a big topic, which is amazing because it helps create such a community for moms. But it's not to say that dads don't experience the same thing. And like, I know that during pregnancy, obviously,
Process.
speaking from my perspective, like pregnancy is really hard mentally and physically on your body. But that mental and physical wear on my body, I know like trickles to Brandon because I don't feel great. So then I'm kind of taking that out onto him and like leaning onto him more than, maybe I normally am. And so that's a lot of pressure on him then to also keep, cool and collective for himself, but also for me and also for our kids and stuff. And so I think that we're leaning in the right direction as a society, but it's not talked about enough from the dad's perspective.
what I think that comes from a stigma from the generation we were like, grown up on is, men are supposed to be some tough, like, you don't feel feelings and stuff like that. And me and Zach have a very open relationship when it comes to that,
Oh, wait.
portion of that.
Brandon wants to be a part of your guys' open relationship.
No, it's close to you.
You guys-
Yeah, this door is closed.
That's bullshit,
brother.
dude. I have a
But-
giant cock.
Okay. But on a serious note, it's like me and Zach kind of talk about like our mental health and stuff like that pretty openly. Like, I think we have a very like healthy relationship when it comes to that kind of stuff. And we both shared like kind of our experiences and stuff like that and how we feel. And I think that's kind of like a more like open thing that I think as just dads and as just men in general need to be more conscious about is, men do go through mental, I don't know if it's crises or
Yeah, absolutely.
different things like that, but it needs to be spoke about and talked about between dads without shame or feeling some type of guilt or
That's exactly how I've been wanting to speak on that for a while now. I think I felt a lot of guilt the first couple months. Like, I didn't want to complain about how I felt because Sierra like had such a horrible labor experience. Like, she was in labor for so long she couldn't even drive for like 2 months, 5 months. Yeah, it was a blur. and I felt guilty for like bitching and moaning, and like I felt depressed, and I felt like when we brought Denver home, like I literally went on the toilet fully clothed and I just cried. I cried because I was just so overwhelmed. I was so tired. I got no sleep, and it was just such a hard time. And I felt so guilty because I didn't want like anyone to look or like Sierra to look at it like, oh, look what I just went through. But Sierra was very open with me, and she's like told me that my feelings are valid, and she, there's nothing wrong with like us, getting that comfort, and like they can be there for us and we can be there for them. And it's a team effort. It's not like, and like you said, like you're open about talking about it, and you should never, and any dad should never, ever hold that shit in, because it's fucking hard. It is hard.
Just as like, granted, like not taking anything away from the moms, but like dads also go through similar type of feelings.
Brandon gets all of my symptoms.
Yeah.
Right.
I get all her symptoms.
He has actual scars from the
dude, I have stretch marks. From her pregnancy. It's tough. But to end this podcast on like a serious note, I had like both experiences now that we have 2 kids, where like I had to go back to work like right after Cortland was born, and then I've had this like awesome experience with Cooper where like I've gotten to be here for the first like 3 months of his life, just enjoying like the time with Lexi and Cooper and Cortland. And it's like I don't want to say like either one is like preferable, because on the one hand, like obviously I would choose to be home opposed to being at work, but like obviously like when you're at work and you have like this like reason to be there, it's so much easier than when you're just at work and you're like missing all these moments with your kids. It's just like, being at home with Cooper and Cortland and Lexi for the last 3 months has been just like the most insane experience, honestly. And it's so surreal because like it can't last, kind of like what Sam said, like it can't last like long term. I wish it could. I wish we lived in, like some sort of alternate reality where like we could just stay at home together like forever. Like it's just been like the most
Sims.
Like we're just living in the Sims world, dude. Like
that would be sweet.
we're just building our little Sims empire. But like, like we knew it couldn't last, and we saved up so much money to do this. And, it's like, it's gotten like kind of stressful towards the end. But I'm so happy that it's worked out. So the whole time, because it's just been like so enjoyable to just hang out with Lexi and Cortland and Cooper and just like watch them grow. I feel like I really wish that like everybody could do this at least just once, where you could just spend a month, 2 months, 3 months, just hang out with your family, just like watch everybody, just enjoy it. And then when you got to go back to work, you got to go back to work. It's just like, it's just been crazy. It's just, once again, like obviously I prefer this experience to the one that I had with Cortland, but like at the same time, it's just, obviously you have to do what you have to do. Like when I went back to work, 5 days after Cortland was born, it was so easy in a way because I just knew I had to do it.
Yeah, you have to provide.
But then when Cortland's, 18 months old and I'm working, it's just like, it's so much harder because it's like I could do something else. Like realistically, I could figure something else out where I could spend more time with my family, so it's just like, it's so much harder then than it is when like they're first born. It's just I hope that like everybody has that experience where they get to spend like all this time with their newborn, because, sure, like I'm still tired, but I'm not as tired as I was with Cortland. I'm still like stressed out sometimes, but I'm not as stressed out as I was with Cortland. I just hope that I wish that everybody could have that kind of experience, because it's been honestly sick. Just hanging out with everybody all day.
So are you telling Sam to quit?
I say Chris is not gonna like this.
I'm saying Sam. Follow your heart, brother.
No, but
your heart is Gator wine.
But in a serious note, it does really teach you the like importance of like when you are home, be present.
Yeah.
Don't take any moment for granted.
Lexi,
I put my phone away. I try to, at least when I'm home.
Lexi, say you're saying.
Lexi has no idea what you're talking about.
Yes.
I was like, what's my saying? Your quantity of time and your quality of time are two different things. So like, you know,
100%.
you might not be having as much quantity of time when you're home, but as long as you're making your time that you are home quality time,
Valuable.
then that's
What
all
counts.
that really matters.
Right. And like just be present when you do have that ability to be home. And I've kind of been trying to practice that when I'm home
Yeah.
with like Lexi and Asher. It's like when I'm home, like I love seeing Asher do new things. Like this kind of corny, but he's been having like an upset stomach this week, but he'd be like, I farted. And like to me, like that's just the funniest thing in the world. Like, but like if I'm like locked into work, like and thinking about work like all the time, it's like I'm not gonna be able to enjoy that as much as I do.
Or like even just trying, like, you know, I'd say one of my things, and I know Sierra and I have talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but just us talking, like one of the things I miss most, and it sounds stupid to say, is just kind of like rotting. Like sometimes you just really miss as a parent, like just rotting and sitting on the couch and like
No responsibility.
being able to just zone out. But then you think of those moments, like those funny little moments where you're
Right.
going to think back on for the rest of your life and be like, that was so cute. That was so funny. I'm so glad that I got to experience that. And like, you wouldn't trade those things for the world. So like, even in the moment, if you're kind of like, I wish I just didn't have responsibilities, because there will be those times where you're kind of like, I don't want a parent right now, but you have to.
Right.
You still are going to like, I mean, in the grand scheme of life, you're never going to look back and then be like, I regret being a parent, you know, like
Right.
you're always going to value that over anything else.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that takes over priority of anything is like being a parent for your child. So, I mean, that's kind of the stuff I'm looking forward to with Laney coming and really just, you know, growing with her and growing as a person. Like, I think as you and Barrett can both attest, is as dads, you know, I mean, we're talking about, oh shit, we're dads, but like, you know, growing as just men in general is like, when you take into that role of as a dad and like really being present, it's like your life really changes. Like the little things you used to value when you were not a father and, you know, stuff like that. It's like all that kind of goes to the side and you really value just like the time with your kids and the different things you notice, you know, through they grow, like you grow as a person yourself.
100%.
So,
brother.
And I think also raising, I mean, you're having a girl and you guys have a girl, but like we have two boys. And I think that's something that I've tried to be super mindful of, is like trying to raise these boys knowing that it's okay to have these feelings, like break that,
break
you know,
that
societal standard of like, oh, men can't feel things and they can't cry and that's not okay and blah, 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 because it is okay. And I think that we've tried really hard to make sure that I mean, obviously Cooper's so young, but like Cortland, like we've tried to make sure that he knows like it's okay to cry and be upset and stuff, but like your feelings are valid, but your behavior is not necessarily valid. And that's like the balance, I think, for boys and for girls is, you know, you can feel what you want to feel and like that's completely valid and we accept all those feelings, but how you respond to that and your behaviors is what we need to focus on. You know, like just because you're upset doesn't mean you can go throw something or hit someone.
Unless you're Bear.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't
dude,
get his Culvers.
yeah. Well, listen, dude. I will tell you what. I needed 6 triple bacon cheeseburgers that night. On
Can I
top
put that
of
on
custard.
a t-shirt?
We can put that on the t-shirt.
That'd be
When-
a sick shirt.
Sometimes you need 6 bacon cheeseburgers. Okay.
sometimes you need some grease.
Sometimes you need that. Those 6 bacon cheeseburgers saved my life that night. And I will not concede anything on that. You guys, you and Lexi tried to say, no, you don't need it. No, those bacon cheeseburgers are going to make you sick. And I said, no, it's going to save me. And you guys, I forced you guys to stop. I forced you guys to get me my fucking
Side
bacon
note,
cheeseburgers.
me and Lexi were pissed in the drive-thru.
You guys were angry at me. I didn't care because it was a life or death situation. I was going.
Well, it's not a life or death situation by any means.
I saw the light. I was exiting this world.
You are so dramatic.
I was exiting this world and I saw the deity and he said, you know, you could stay if you get a couple of bacon cheeseburgers, triple bacon cheese, you know, not just a bacon cheeseburger, triple bacon cheeseburgers.
You're annoying everybody at this table. We're done.
And I got those cheeseburgers and I felt better and I took a nap and I woke
Bullshit.
up. I woke up.
I'm cutting you off.
I woke up renewed.
Oh shit. We're dead.